I'm Christian Malesic, Executive Officer of the HBA of Berks County, Pennsylvania. And I'm not an attorney. I am an MBA. We're going to translate the lofty ivory tower language of the attorney into thingamajig, how you doing, and whatchamacallit, so that the average Joe and Jane contractor can apply it to their business today. Although this is based on Pennsylvania law, it will apply in most other states as well. We get into change orders, logistics. Change orders is a change to the contract that has been previously established and previously written, and a change order happens at a later date. So first of all, change order should only be in writing. Second of all, the change order should have a charge to it. That charge may be nothing, but there should be a charge, and if you do charge, if it's just a change of color and it's no big deal, you're changing from white to tan, and I haven't bought the product yet, and tan is just as much in stock as white, and it's no big deal, and it doesn't cost any extra, then you could still write a change order, because you want to have documentation, and you put zero charge. If you've already got the white ones in your warehouse, the white widgets, and you got to return them, there better be a charge. And don't be afraid to make your change order charges healthy. We're not going to abuse, we're not going to use our clients here, but your change orders should be healthy. These should be the places that you make money. After all, they're causing extra work. You have other customers, other clients that you need to get to that are in line. You now need to push them off. That's hurting your reputation. You can't hire more people just because you added a day to the project. You're going to hire somebody for a day? Maybe we have some kind of relationship with the remodeler next door. We can do that, but usually we don't. So usually we're now affecting the next customer or client down the line, and we need to be compensated for that. Change order should be collected up front, 100%. That is the standard. If you're not doing that, then you're not following the standard. And when you start getting your collections, your accounts receivable up to 70, 80, 100, 200,000, and you come to me and you go, Christian, I'm not able to collect my money. And I say, well, how much do you have in change orders outstanding? Well, 30 grand. I go, I told you, get that money up front. Hey, we'll do it the way we agreed upon contractually. You want to change, I'm willing to change. $200 bucks, $2,000 bucks, $200,000 bucks, whatever the number may be. They say, yep, I'm willing to do that. Okay, I need a check. And if it's somebody that changes their mind frequently, in my past life as a contractor, we had a very high-end, very wealthy tenant, or not tenant, but a homeowner that was building a home. And just as the electrical contractor, not even the general contractor, we had gotten to change order 58 or something like that on his job. We trained him from change order number 1, and when he got to change order number 2, he literally came with his checkbook and his pen. This is what I want to do, how much is that? And it got to the point where he can change whatever he wants to change. We made more than double the amount of money of the contract on him because he was making up his mind on the fly. He didn't put the time in planning because he was too busy. That's fine. If you want to make up your mind on the fly, that's fine. But you know, your lack of planning does not constitute an emergency on my part. So I'm going to charge you for that. And he was cool with that. The top of the last page, we have 5 key components to a change order. Chances are that your change order does not include all of these, and it needs to. The first, the change in the scope of work or the product. We're changing from black to tan. We're changing from a riser and a run of this on the steps to a riser and a run of that. We're changing from Alberta spruce to blueberry bush. Whatever the case may be, we're changing from a side-by-side refrigerator to an over-under. It needs to have the change in price. Now this should be a plus price, a minus price, or it should have the word none. It's possible that they're getting a credit, so it actually is a minus on the contract, right? We're amending the contract. Think of this as a change order as an amendment to the contract. It needs to have, this is the one we always forget, a change in time. Especially with the Pennsylvania Consumer Protection Act and the contract, we now need to put dates as to, tentative commencement date and completion date or estimated completion date. We need to put dates. Even if it didn't have that in our contract, and for people that may be watching the video in other states, we still need to have dates because the homeowner is anticipating getting you out of their hair and moving back into their house, or their business owner, or the supplier that we're providing widgets and gizmos and gadgets to is expecting it on such and such a day. Well, they need to know that it's not your fault that that date changed, it's theirs. They changed their mind. That's cool. You can change your mind. You need to pay. And in this case, you're paying in time. The previous case, you're paying in money. Obviously, signatures, you sign and they sign. Now, by you, I mean a representative of your company that's authorized and that's been trained on these procedures. And finally, it needs to have date. Every signature goes together, so it should always be signature date. Signature date goes together on the same line or right beside each other. Signature date, they go together.